This is New York's #1 news, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Ken Rosado and Shirlene Ellicott, Heather O'Rourke with traffic, and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Two breaking stories at 6. The death toll rising in that Florida bridge collapse. 6 people now confirmed dead. A new update from police, plus what workers were doing to that bridge when it collapsed.
And breaking in Jersey City, where teachers are on strike. Derek Waller standing by live.
How's the St. Patrick's Day weekend shaping up weather-wise? Plus, could another winter storm be on the way when it's no longer winter? Confused? I am. Good morning, I'm Ken Rosado.
I'm Michelle Charlesworth in for Shirlene Ellicott on this Friday. Let that sink in. We're at 16th.
And you're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic. Tell us about this winter storm that's not in winter.
Well, I'm not calling it a winter storm.
Oh, there you
so
go.
Whoever put that on the screen is responsible for that. I'm just calling it a nor'easter and cover all my bases. So here we go. We take a look at the intersection of Columbus Avenue and West 66th Street here. Nice and dry and cold. 33 degrees with a west wind at 7, so it feels like the 20s here this morning. 35 around Park Slope, Brooklyn. 32 Eltingville and Staten Island. And up to the north here, we're looking at 33 Poughkeepsie, 26 toward Monticello. The wind is out of the west here at 12, 14 miles per hour around the 5 boroughs to about 12 up toward Monticello. And then we got the real feel out there. It's in the 20s this morning. We're looking at what's going to be a nice sunny day, but a chilly day. Normal high is 50. We're going to be in the upper 30s, which will feel like the 20s with that wind around the area. That's weather. Here comes Heather. What's going on out there?
Well, we still have the suspension for New Jersey Transit. The Amtrak's Portal Bridge is stuck in the open position. We have Newscopter 7 up above. Shannon Sohn is here to show us what's going on and tell us more about it. Good morning, Shannon.
Yeah, Heather, it is stuck open. This is that swing bridge that sticks a lot. They've got workers on the bridge already, but because of this is just west of Secaucus Junction, which means all of your New Jersey Transit train service is suspended between Newark and Penn Station. Midtown Direct is being diverted to Hoboken, and New Jersey Transit is cross-honoring. No word as to when they'll fix this. Heather, back to you. It's going to be a rough one.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Hopefully they'll get that taken care of shortly. Bruckner Expressway South, right near the Sheridan Expressway, we do have an accident. You can see this delay right over here on the Harlem River Drive getting into the RFK Triborough Bridge. Nothing serious happening there. LIE East, exit 36 at Searingtown Road. We still have a stalled vehicle. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect for today. Ken, over to you.
All right, Heather, thank you. At 6:02, now to that breaking news, an update on the deadly bridge collapse in Miami. Police saying in the last hour that 6 people are now confirmed dead, 10 others are injured.
Overnight, it turned into a recovery operation. There could be more victims under the rubble. We also learned workers were tightening cables on that bridge when it collapsed.
Now, we want to show you exactly where this happened. The collapse was on the campus of Florida International University. The bridge was just put in place over the weekend. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Candace McCowan with more. Candace?
Kim, Michelle, investigators are saying that this will be a slow process. At first, they said that they would be searching overnight, and now they're saying that that search will continue into the day. Overnight, the NTSB arrived at the scene, and here's the latest of what we know. 6 people are dead. 10 were taken to the hospital, some in critical condition, and firefighters are looking for the bodies of others. They are searching right now through the debris, and there are engineers there as they try to make sure that no one else is injured.
That bridge, whatever's left of it, is very, very unstable. So we have to be very careful as they're moving stuff because of the fact that you're talking tons of concrete. We are trying to work as quickly as possible, obviously, but then again, we have a scene to preserve as well.
Well, there are victim advocates working with the families of those who lost their loved ones. The identity of those who were killed have not and that were injured have not been released, and it's not clear if the victims included construction workers working on that bridge. Live in the newsroom this morning, Candace McCowan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Candace, thank you. And Good Morning America will have live reports starting at 7 a.m. Our coverage also continues on our website, ABC7NY, where you could read more about the investigation and eyewitness accounts.
Breaking news in New Jersey, thousands of teachers are on strike right now after a contract deal fell through. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller is live in Jersey City for us with new details right now. Derek, good morning.
Well, Michelle, in the last 30 minutes, teachers started showing up outside Snyder High School here with these signs. It says JCEA on strike, no contract, no work. They have been going without a contract for the last 8 months. And last night at a school board meeting, both sides thought they had a deal, but apparently not. That meeting here at Snyder High School went until 12:30 in the morning with no new contract in place. The union's roughly 4,000 members, most of whom are teachers, are upset about rising health care costs. A 2011 state law required them to pay more money. And last night, the union president thought negotiations might have finally been successful.
I'm waiting for these folks to give me a phone call and hit send on a computer. I was told that was going to happen between 6 and 6:30, that we were going to get a counter proposal so we could study it and hopefully come to resolution tonight on this matter.
We don't want the teachers to strike. You don't want to strike, and we understand that.
And so now, as you see, some teachers are out here. They say they are going to strike today. So what happens now? Well, the district says today they're going to have a half day of school. How they're going to do that without any teachers, though, remains to be seen. We're live in Jersey City. Derek Waller, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Derek, thank you. And new information this morning. Police arresting the man they say punched a 74-year-old woman in Brooklyn. Investigators say 45-year-old Kent McDougal attacked her, causing her to fall last week on Rockaway Parkway at Farragut Road in Canarsie. The woman suffered a sprained wrist.
We turn now to a developing story involving the U.S. military overseas. An American Black Hawk helicopter crashed in western Iraq. We are hearing there were fatalities. 7 service members were on board. The number of casualties has not been released. There was no sign of hostile fire, but that is not being ruled out at this time.
Time now is 6:06, and calls this morning from members of the New York State Parole Board to be fired after a convicted cop killer was granted parole. The board says 70-year-old Herman Bell, a former member of the Black Liberation Army, has been a model inmate. Bell shot and killed NYPD officers Joseph Piagentini and Waverly Jones 47 years ago after luring them to a building in Harlem with a bogus 911 call. The police union and the victims' families are stunned by this decision.
The parole board has chosen to release one of the most dangerous criminals of our time. They were assassinated only because they wore the blue uniform.
Bell and 2 others were convicted and sentenced to 25 years to life. Mayor de Blasio called the board's decision to release Bell in April, quote, troubling.
Coming up on 6:07 right now, we have another big development in the Russia investigation. The special counsel has issued subpoenas to Trump's family business, a sign the probe is expanding. Meantime, another White House shakeup could happen soon. ABC's Kenneth Moten is in Washington, D.C. Good morning to you, Kenneth.
Good morning. No word on the scope of this latest subpoena, but it's an indication of the extent of the special counsel's wide-ranging probe. Now, the White House and the Trump Organization both say they will continue to cooperate. This morning, special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe is reaching into the Trump family business. ABC News has confirmed Mueller subpoenaed the Trump Organization for any documents related to Russia.
Speaking for myself, I own nothing in Russia. I have no loans in Russia. I don't have any deals in Russia.
The New York Times reporting the subpoena was issued over the past several weeks. A source familiar with the investigation tells ABC News the subpoena is a sign Mueller's investigation is expanding, and he's obtained information which raises more questions about the financial dealings of the Trump Organization. In an interview with the Times last year, President Trump said the special counsel would be crossing a red line if he looked into Trump business dealings. The White House wouldn't say if that's still the case.
As we've maintained all along, and as the president has said numerous times, there was no collusion between the campaign and Russia.
As the Russia investigation expands, the president is joining UK Prime Minister Theresa May and other leaders, condemning Russia for the poison attack on a former Russian spy and his daughter in England.
Do you think Putin was behind this, Mr. President?
It looks like it. I spoke with the Prime Minister, and we are in deep discussions, a very sad situation. It certainly looks like the Russians were behind it, something that should never, ever happen.
And for the first time, the Trump administration hit several Russians with sanctions for alleged election meddling, 19 individuals, including 13, who were already indicted by special counsel Robert Mueller. Reporting live here in Washington this morning, Kenneth Moten, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Kenneth, thank you very much. At 6:09 and new this morning, the Trump administration now blaming Russia for targeting the U.S. power grid marking the first time the U.S. has accused Moscow of hacking into America's energy infrastructure. The Department of Homeland Security called it a multi-state effort by Russia. The move shows an escalation in the Trump administration to attempt to stop Russia's aggression in cyberspace.
6:09 right now, never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic.
Meteorologist Bill Evans live outside our studios on the Upper West Side.
Well, it's going to be a windy, cold day today. A cold start to your weekend. Here's a look outside from our camera. Right here on the roof of the building across the park, 33 degrees. And the wind makes it feel like the 20s here. 37 around Hampton Bays. And we're going to be looking at what's going to be a morning where the wind makes it feel like the 20s just about all day long. The kiddos at the bus stop. We put Ken near the bus today, so we'll make sure he gets on it. 32 is going to be the temperature. It'll feel like the 20s. And 37 is going to be the temperature after school today. I need a green bagel, please, for St. Patrick's Day. We got a green bagel? Answer the question. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get a green bagel. St. Patrick's Day is going to be great tomorrow. We'll talk about that next. Weather and traffic together every 7 minutes. How's it going, Heather O'Rourke?
Well, first we're going to talk about the LIE. This is right near Searingtown Road. We do have a disabled vehicle that's being cleared away. We'll head over to our maps now. We have this breaking transit news. Newscopter 7 is up above. We have all service suspended between New York Penn Station and Newark. That is because Amtrak's Portal Bridge is stuck in the open position. Crews are out there. They're trying to get this reopened. In the meantime, all Midtown Direct service is being diverted into Hoboken, New Jersey Transit trains, New Jersey Transit buses, and our PATH trains. They were all going to Cross Honor, but you can see crews are out there really trying to work on this issue. Let's go back over to our maps now, and I can tell you that the Bruckner going southbound right near the Sheridan, we have an accident, and this is where all of that activity is, with that accident in the process of being cleared away. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect. Ken, over to you.
Heather, thank you. It's 6:11, and new video showing the moment a small plane crashes on a Florida highway. Also ahead, outrage brewing over a plan to put a new homeless shelter in one community in Queens. And poor performance on the LIRR, but just how bad is it compared to years past?
Stay on track and on time. Whether you're traveling by train, bus, or car, Heather O'Rourke's commuter alerts are never more than 7 minutes away. Only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News this morning.